Just start again. Hello and welcome to how to make a model railway layout for complete beginners part 2. Thank you for the response to the first one, which has been very strong, and as before, thank you very much to our patrons and our members for financially supporting us, because as you see as we talk through this in a minute, this has cost us a little bit more money because of the buying the kits and so on. And I think it's important as well to reiterate what the point of this video is. This video is how somebody that hasn't got any of the model making skills or whatever can just buy things and build a little shunting model railway. There are other ways of doing it, and we've had people comment about things like downloadable kits for buildings and so on, but I'm trying to do something that everybody can go and get, everybody can buy if you like in a one, paint up and make a railway that doesn't really need any other skills. So we mentioned very briefly last time that what we're primarily using here is daypole. So as I talk through what we do, I'll put some options in that you can do, and then obviously you can take it from there. But this, if you like, is the baseline. So the first thing we're going to need, and it fits really nicely, is 2 daypole platforms. 1, 2. Now I've bought these for under £6 each, including postage on eBay. There are people trying to get £12 for them. Please, as we go through this, you do need to be careful. Personally, I would look at some of the bigger retailers who charge a sensible price, bulk buy it and save your postage. But by all means, shop through eBay, which is actually how I did it. Now, you'll also see that we've painted all ours up. And we will do a video, probably the next one, on how I paint these. But this is just to show you what you need so that if you're following this, you can go out and buy it. So we do need the 2 platforms. We need our station building, which is our daypole station building. And again, I think I paid just over £8 for this, which makes it one of the cheapest available on the market for this type of kit. And it's also down to size. A lot of the Metcalfe super quick downloadable buildings are just too big for this kind of layout. So those 2 are a given. Now, the other thing that we need obviously is some kind of goods shed. And after quite a bit of shopping around, I found this one. So this is the Wills Goods Yard store. This is an old packaging, but they're still available. Now this is the most expensive kit I bought. It's something like £12. It's a lovely little kit. However, it's also one of the best value for money ones because it comes with a floor, which we don't need. And because of that, we can use that over here as a loading dock. And that saves us £6 on having to buy something to make a loading dock, and I'll show you the alternative in a minute. So that building is quite good value. Now obviously the other thing that a station's going to need is a signal box. So you have the option, you can buy the daypole signal box. It's a little bit big for what we need, but you can buy it. Yes, Metcalfe make one, but it's getting on for about £15. Actually, what I'm going to do, I've bought one of these. Again, for about £7. This is the daypole trackside accessories, and that gives us 2 sheds. It gives us a little shed. This is an old one, so I've added to this. You'll see when I do the video on how we make them, and it gives us a coal office. But what we're actually going to do is this is going to be our coal office, and this is going to become our signal box. Very simply, we have some windows left over. One of the good things about the Wills kit is for some reason you get 2 spare windows. And what we're simply going to do is cut a hole in the side of that, put that in, and that will then look like a little signal box. So that saves a lot of money because we get our coal order and our signal box for about £7 instead of having to buy those and then a signal box. But if you want, you can always buy the signal box and have a bigger signal box there. There's several places the signal box can go. It could go there. It could go here, it could go that end of the platform. I'm choosing to put mine there. So that again is a double value kit because we'll get our coal order office and our signal box out of it, because we're just going to cut the sign off and stick it on there. Now we need coal staves for our coal yard. I built those myself out of black cardboard and some coal scatter that I bought. However, you can buy coal staves. Wills and so on make them, but they are inordinately expensive, getting on for £10. However, this is a company called Any Scale Models that we find through eBay. Doug will put a link into the description. And this was £4.25, and it gives you the sacks and the coal, and they paint up really nicely. Equally from that company, £1.75, a little pack of goods to put on the goods yard siding over there. So have a look at them, they're quite a good company. So that, if you like, is our essentials, and we've now got a station, a goods shed, signal box, coal office and coal staiths. As I said, you could add to it, you could use the Daypole signal box. One of the things, if you didn't want the goods siding there, is I made this, which is a cattle dock. And I made that from a third Daypole platform kit and some fencing that I bought for about £4 on eBay. But obviously that adds nearly £10 to the build. It's entirely up to you, but because I want to keep the price down, I'm going to use this. Now, another kit that you might want to consider buying is there's a station fence pack that Daypole do that I've bought, and that gives you the fences here. It gives you the white fencing that we can use to fence the line in, and it gives you some lamps. It's not essential, you could do without the fences, but it does make it look quite nice. And then I also bought this one, which is the station accessories, because what this gives us is some goods to go on our loading dock, it gives us some people, and it gives us some luggage trolleys. But you could do without that, you could do without the fences. So those are the sort of options we've got. The basic one would be the 2 platforms, the goods shed, loading dock, station, coal staiths, order office, and coal order office and signal box. And Doug will put, we should have had a screenshot on the screen, and we'll also put a shopping list at the end. But I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kits. It's going to cost you about £40, just under. And then you can add to it as you want. You can make a better signal box or so on. I had a measure up. You could even, if you wanted, buy the engine shed and put an engine shed here instead of the siding. A lot of people like engine sheds. I don't, because it doesn't add anything to the shunting. You just run a loco out. But if that's the sort of thing, that's fine. And then another little thing that I've done, because with this kit comes a water crane, so we can have water for our locos, but I also want a coaling stage. And this was made out of leftovers from that, because I haven't used the door on the back. And I'm going to glue that in there, put some coal on it, and that's my coaling stage for my steam loco. As I say, I haven't brought it over, but there's a water crane that goes there as well. So that shows you what we need. But at the very least, you'll end up with some coal, a goods loading dock, a station and a goods shed and a signal box. Just the basics you need. It's that simple. It could cost you as little as that or a bit more if you want to add to it. And then what we'll do in the next video, I'll look at how we paint them, which is actually quite simple. It's not difficult. And again, with the painting, you can do it as basic or as detailed as you like. And then hopefully the video after that, we'll look at the scenery. We're going to put some grass and trees. And then I'll look at rolling stock and locos and the cheapest way to get those. So there we go. Quite an important part, this one. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, obviously the next video we'll try and do a quick show how we convert that to a signal box, because that's quite crucial, but it's quite simple. And there we go. I hope you enjoy it. I hope people are still getting the information they want out of this series. Thank you very much for watching, for subscribing. If you are new to this, please subscribe. Please have a look at our other videos. We quite often get people asking us, why don't we do this and why don't we do that? And invariably, we've already done a video on it. So if you're watching this and you're not sure how we've done something, have a little scroll through our past videos. And please, if you like what we do, subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification. I've already had a couple of people saying, when was part 2 going to come out? Have we missed it? If you click the notification bell, you'll get told as soon as we do part 3, part 4, and then you won't miss it. Stay safe, everybody, and thanks for watching. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, And please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.